So, have you got to see the cars on the track yet? Anybody get to see them? Haven't yet? Alright, well, the coolest thing about this place, we're going really fast. We're going 200 miles an hour here. It's one of the fastest tracks we go to all year long. And the other cool thing is we're running about 2 feet apart from each other, and then sometimes we're bumping each other even. It's one of the tightest places we go, and it's a longer race, so mentally you have to stay in the game a long time, so it's hard to stay focused for that long period of time.
Is there anything special you do to stay focused? Maybe like a song you sing in your head, or a mantra you have, or maybe does your crew chief say something special to you in the radio?
For me, I think the biggest thing is just having people I trust on the radio. I think my spotter, he's done a really good job. He's the guy that talks to me on the radio the whole time, telling me what's going around the track as far as where people are running on the track and who's got the run coming, and that's really important to have somebody that you trust, right? Having somebody trust on the radio is big for me.
Now, are you guys going to be around for qualifying today? You guys watching qualifying? Maybe talk a little bit about what the differences they are going to see in qualifying today than the differences in the cars tomorrow for the actual race.
So they've changed qualifying around. Qualifying's a whole different ball game now. It's our first time actually this weekend, so you guys get to see the first ever new qualifying session. Everybody's going to be out on the track together, and you'll see different strategies. It takes the first session is going to be 25 minutes. Everybody's going to be out there. And what happens is you're going to be the top 24 are going to be locked in. There's going to be 44 cars, I think 45 cars out there. And the top 24 get locked in, and then they go to a new session. So it'll be the top 24 fighting in a 10-minute session to get to the next round. And if you make it the next round, which is the top 12, it'll be a 5-minute quick session with 12 guys out there seeing who can make it for the pole, which is the #1 spot. And that's what everybody wants. So it'll be exciting. It should be pretty fun to watch. I think it'll be way more fun than the traditional qualifying, and it'll keep you guys interested.
Now, have you guys ever watched a Talladega race on TV before, if you haven't been here? So a lot of times we see crashes at Talladega. Luckily, NASCAR does a lot of good things to keep you guys safe in the cars. But when you're in a crash, what kind of things are going through your head? When the car's spinning, maybe sometimes it flips, what kind of things are you thinking during that moment?
So last year I went flying through the air here like Ricky Bobby on the backstretch. And the craziest thing is when you get in a wreck like that, everything gets really quiet. You're kind of flying through the air and you're looking down and cars are going by you, and it's
like slow motion.
Yeah, maybe. It is. Everything kind of slows down. It's a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Definitely, you don't want to be a crash on the road, so don't get in crashes. It's bad.
Yeah, don't get in crashes. Now, what's your kind of pre-race routine? Do you have something special you eat before a race? Is there maybe a song you listen to get excited, or any sort of routine?
There's not like a special song I listen to music a little bit here and there, but as far as my diet, I eat pretty light because you're in a car that long and it's really hot. The cars get really hot, and you don't want to have anything heavy on it.
Yeah, tell them how hot the cars get.
This weekend you'll see temperatures right in the hundreds right there, but like when we get to Kentucky midsummer, it'll be 124 degrees in the car. So you're sweating a lot of what you're taking in. So I try and eat things that are light on my stomach, and I drink a lot of water, excuse me. You don't eat water, you drink water. Anyways, I drink a lot of water and fluids trying to get ready for the race because you sweat them out during the race, and you try and stay as hydrated as you can for the whole weekend.
Now you guys are all, under 12? What are some ages out here? 9, 10, 8? What kind of things, I know you started racing when you were younger. What age did you start racing at? And then besides racing, maybe what other sports did you like to play?
So I played sports up until I was 15. I played in the Little League World Series when I was 12. So if you guys play baseball, I see Atlanta Braves hat out there. Go Braves. So I played baseball, basketball, all kinds of sports. And then when I decided to move into racing, my brother and I got the opportunity to start in a Bandolero, which is like a full-bodied go-kart. We started racing together and just kind of moved our way up and worked hard and met people that could take us to the next level, and that's how we got going. So if you guys want to start racing, you can start as early as you want, and the biggest thing is whatever you do, stay committed to it and work hard at it, and you'll get to where you want to go as long as you stay committed and keep that as your main goal.
How many of you guys have brothers or sisters? Lots of you. You guys competitive with your brothers or sisters? Well, Austin has a brother named Ty that you may have seen on the racetrack too. Now, you guys don't often run together in the same races, but when you have in the past, what's it like to race against your sibling?
Well, my brother and I are very competitive. We like racing against each other, but we made a rule a while back. It was whatever it took to get one of us up front. So we work together as much as we can, and we race hard. And the good thing is he's very talented, so he pushes me, and we push each other. But it's like any other brother-sister relationship. You want to come out on top at the end, but no one can pick on your brother or your sister. So you gotta
stick up for him too.
Stick up for him, yeah.
Now, what do you, when you're not at the racetrack, what do you like to do when you're not racing a car?
When I'm not racing, I'm pretty much focused on racing right now, just because the NASCAR level is so competitive. I'm really thinking about it most of the time. But when I'm not, I'm hunting and fishing. I love the outdoors. I'm a big hunter. Work out quite a bit, and then shoot, I don't know. I like hanging out with my buddies.
That's a good. Those are all good things.
Yeah.
And who would you say is your biggest competition? I see some people out there with 88 hats. I see a couple other teams out there. Matt Kenseth hats, Carl Edwards, Denny Hamlin. Who on the track is your biggest competition?
Well, this weekend I think Dale Jr. is probably the toughest to beat. He's really good at speedway racing, so it'll be a good race though. I mean, this is one of those places that everybody has a shot to win because it's very level playing field. It's just getting to the front, and if you can stay up there, so. It all pays on the last lap, so hopefully you hang around to the end.
I'm going to take one or two questions from you guys. Ooh, lots of hands. All right, what's your question for Austin?
When was the first race you did?
First race you won? When was the first race you won?
The first race I won was a dirt race. Well, actually, I'd be all the way to Bandoleros races. One of my first go-kart races when I was 16. So, yeah. First Bandolero race.
All right, what's your question?
Tomorrow will be the first time the 3 has run at Talladega since Dale's big win. Does that add a lot of pressure to trying to win tomorrow?
Look at this guy.
That's a good question. Solid, man. There's always pressure, I feel like, when you're driving number 3. Everybody knows who Dale Earnhardt is, and if you didn't know who Dale Earnhardt is, he's probably the most famous guy in our sport, and he's a legend in our sport. So, and I'm driving the number 3 now, so, and trying to carry on the legacy of that number. And yeah, there is pressure, so I want to make all the fans here at Talladega proud, and hopefully we can go out there and have a solid run. And I think we've got a really good car, so hopefully you see that 3 back up front.
We'll take a couple more questions. What's your question?
Is it hard for you to drive the normal speed limit in a normal car?
That's a good question. I luckily have never had a speeding ticket, knock on wood. I mean, the biggest thing is when I get my racing done on the track, so I try and stay smart on the roads, but there are some of the guys that race out there that have some pretty hefty speeding tickets that don't know how to figure it out when you get off the track.
You got a question right here?
Besides your family, who told you the most about racing?
Besides my family, I go to Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick quite a bit. Jimmy's helped me a lot. Jimmy's been the most help I've had this year as far as running the Cup Series, so Jimmy Johnson.
We'll take one more question.
Does your grandfather get mad when you wreck the car?
Yes, he does. He doesn't like to wreck the cars. Luckily, I've been pretty decent about... that's probably one reason that I've been pretty consistent about not wrecking cars, because I know who my owner is, and he doesn't like the cars coming back wrecked.
I'm impressed. These guys had a lot of good questions.
Yeah, this is solid.
Before Austin leaves, we are going to ask 2 trivia questions. We have some prizes for you guys. So, do we have those...
You guys raise your hands if you know the answer. Don't shout it out. Just raise your hands. First question. Does anybody know when Talladega Superspeedway was open? Do you really know?
When was Talladega Superspeedway open?
1969.
That's solid.
That is awesome. Nice job. First prize going to the guy in the blue, and then we'll let Austin give you the prize. Congratulations, buddy. And the next question is, again, hands down right now. After he finishes the question, first hand raised.
Does anybody know who won the fall race last year in Talladega?
One in the front, I think. Who did you see next? The fall race. There we go.
Jamie McMurray.
Good job, good job.
That's a race I went flying through the air, running 3rd, too.
We'll let Austin give you that prize.
Pretty cool backpack to take to school.
Yes, pretty cool backpack. All right, everybody, let's give a big thank you to Austin Dillon.
Thanks, guys. You guys have fun today. I hope you enjoy the race.
Okay, we're going to do a quick picture. So everybody, he's going to stand right there. And everybody look at this direction. Look right here.
Big smiles.
Big smiles. Let's cheer.